Back in the old days of video games, nobody worried much about cheating. Games were on cartridges or discs, and you played alone. But when games started being online, people figured out ways to trick them. At first, it was just easy stuff like guessing passwords, but then it got really bad, with people finding secret ways to change the game to make it unfair. When games started being played online in the 1990s and early 2000s, a lot more people started playing together. That's when people started cheating a lot. Game makers tried hard to stop them, but it was easy to trick the old games. Before understanding how games are hacked, let's understand how are these made. Basically, games are programs written in programming languages like C++, C#, and Python, but these are very complex programs. As games are programs means they can be hacked. If you want to learn how to change games, don't start with the really hard ones. Begin with simple games like Urban Terror or Assault Cube. There are even games made just for learning how to change games, like Poon Adventure 3 and Squally. A good way to learn without breaking any rules is to try and change games you made yourself. This helps you understand how games work. It's important to remember that changing other people's games without permission is wrong. It's like stealing. So, stick to your own games or games that let you change them. But how do we get started? I'm going to tell you 4 steps to get started with games hacking. Let's discuss them one by one. But before that, remember that game hacking is illegal work. But you can find bugs in games and report them to their relevant companies to make some money. If you want to become a game hacker, you must learn programming. But it's a common question which programming language we should learn to hands-on game hacking. So, my answer is C++, as many games are written in C++. Hackers use this language to develop cheats for games. C++ is a highly efficient programming language having high speed and memory manipulation capabilities, which make it the best choice for game development. Assembly language is like the secret code that tells a computer what to do. It's super detailed and hard to understand, but it's like the building blocks of everything a computer does. If you want to really understand how games work and change them, you need to learn this secret code. It helps you figure out how the game is put together. You have to learn about special parts of the computer's brain and how it stores information to understand how to change things. Reverse engineering is the process of extracting knowledge or design information from an application and recreate it or create anything based on the extracted information. Game hacking is a branch of reverse engineering on its own. You have to understand the logic of the game to find a flaw and exploit it. This means you should have at least basic knowledge of reverse engineering before you jump into game hacking. If you want to learn reverse engineering, I would suggest you write some C or C++ code, compile it, disassemble, hand decompile to C or C++ back again. Step 4 is to hands-on tools that are mainly designed for game hacking, like Cheat Engine, Ghidra, and x86 Debug. Cheat Engine is the most important tool when you reverse engineering a game, but that doesn't mean you will not use any other tools. You will also use different disassemblers and debuggers like IDEA, Ghidra, x86, DBG, OllyDBG, etc. That's why learning those tools is also important. Hacking games is a complex task, and it requires a lot of time and hard work as you have to reverse engineer the whole game and understand how it works to change its functioning. But still, it's an illegal activity, and we highly discourage hacking into any game and breaking rules. Instead of learning how to hack games, you should develop your own games and hack them. Or you can play the CTF challenge to upskill yourself. Alright everyone, that's all for you today. If you found this video useful, please have a subscribe and give this video a thumbs up for more cybersecurity related videos.